Hello everyone and welcome to Coding Card. So in this session we are going to solve one hackering problem from the topic Python, and the section is iter tools. So you can see here the problem name is compress the string. Let me first explain in this problem in a simple way what they are saying. So here we will be given one string. For example, suppose I am taking string as 1 2 2, suppose 3 1 1. We are going to iterate character by character in this given string, and if the consecutive characters are equal, then we have to take the count till they are equal. So for example, if you see here in this given string, the very first one is 1 but the next one is 2, so the consecutive strings are not equal. So in this scenario what we have to do, we have to print the count of the given string, which is 1, and its value. Now we have to move forward. So the next one is, you can see here, it is 2 and the consecutive is also 2, next one is also 2. Now this one is different. So in this scenario we have to print the count of that character, which is 3, and the value. Now we move forward. Now we are at here. Now the consecutive character is not equal, so what we will do, it is a single one, so the count is 1 and the value is 3. Now let us move forward. We are here and the consecutive character is also equal and it is the end of the string. So here my count is how much for this character, 2, and the character is 1. So we have to return our result in this format. So we have to go character by character in the given string, and if the consecutive characters are equal, then we have to count and move forward, and whenever the consecutive characters are not equal, then we have to simply print the count and the value, and we have to move forward. So for example, if I take another string, suppose my value is, suppose 5 6 9 9 5 6 3 1 1. Suppose this is my given string. So in this scenario we are going from first character. Now the consecutive character is not equal, so in this case my count is how much, 1, and the value is 5. Let us move forward. Here now my consecutive character is not equal, so we will print simply 1 for a single count and the value. Let us move forward. We are here and the consecutive character is also equal. Now we will move forward, but here it's not equal. So in this scenario for 9 my count is how much, 2, and the value is 9. Let us move forward. We'll go for the 5. For this 5 the consecutive character is not equal, so my count will be 1 and the value will be 5. Again we will move forward. Similarly we move forward, we will get the answer as, for the 6 one the count is 1 and the value is 6. Again we have count 1 for the value 3 and count 2 for value 1, so it will return this one as a answer. So this is the problem, and to solve this problem they are saying that we have to use group by function from the iter tools. So we have to write the code from scratch. So before using this group by function, let us use our simple logic by simply using a for loop. Let me explain you here. Let us take the very first one as our example. So suppose this is my given string. So what we will do here, we will take one count variable and initialize with 1, because for each and every character 1 will be always there, means a single character is always there. And what we will do, we will use one for loop for I in range of 1 to the length of s, 1 to length of s. Now we are starting from here, from index 1, and what we will do, we will check the previous value. We will check if s of I, we'll check the previous value, if s of I equal to s of I minus 1. If my previous value is equal, means if the previous character and the current position character are equal, so what we will do, we will simply increase our count by 1. Correct? Now here if you see, I am starting from index 1, So my current value is 2, s of I is 2, and is it equal to s of I minus 1? S of I minus 1 is s of 0 value, which is 1. So is this equal? No, this value is not equal. So what we will do, we will go in else part and simply print the they are saying we have to print first the count. We have to first print the count and the value, and the value is how much? The previous value. We have to print the previous value, s of I minus 1. Correct? Now let us move forward. So here it will print the count 1, here it will print 1, and s of I minus 1 is how much? S of I minus 1 is value is 1. So we will get this one as our answer for the very first. Now I will go forward, we will go here, and it will check whether s of I is equal to s of I minus 1. So currently s of I is how much? S of I is 2, and s of I minus 1 is how much? 1. So s of 2 is having value 2, and s of 1 is also having value, previous value is also having here 2. So this is equal, so our count will be increased with 1. So count will be increased with 1, and whenever we are printing this value, we will initialize our count by 1, means that character is finished. Now we are going to check for another character. So each time after printing the value, we will simply initialize our count by 1. Now for this one, our count will be increased by 1 in this scenario. Now we are moving forward. Now we are at here. Again for this value, my I is how much here? This is my index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we are currently at 3. So s of 3 is equal to s of I minus 1 here. So s of I will be s of 2. So here s of 3 is how much? Value is 2, equal to the value 2. Yes, it will go in if condition and count will be increased by 1. So it will be 3. Now we are going forward in the loop. We will go forward. This was my index 3. Now we will go forward. Now we are at index 4. Now s of 4 value is equal to s of 3. S of 4 is having value 3, and s of 3 is having value how much here? 2. So this is not equal. So it will go in else part and it will simply print the count. So count is how much? 3, and s of I minus 1 is how much value? 2. So it will print this value, and it will initialize the count by 1. In else part it is printing the value and initializing the count by 1. So this count will be 1. Now it means we are going to check for the new character. Now we will move forward. Again here I am at index 5. Now s of 5 equal to s of 4. So s of 5 is having value how much? 1, and s of 4 is having value 3. This is not equal. So it will go in else part and print the count and s of I minus 1. So count is how much? 1, and the value is 3. So we got the answer, and it will update the count by 1, means initialize the count by 1. Now we will go to the next character. We are at here. Now it is checking the s of 6 equal to s of 5. So s of 6 is having value 1, and s of 5 is also having value 1. So it will update the count by plus 1. So count value will be 2. Now here the loop ends, since we have reached the end. So loop will end, but we are not able to print this value. So for the last character, what we will do, after the end of this for loop, we will simply print here, print for the last value. We will simply print count and the last value, which is s of I minus 1, for getting the last character. This is for getting the last character, means we are checking the value from 1 and till the length of s. So if the previous character are equal, then we are in the if condition and moving forward. But I will go for the next character check, but here the loop will end, so we have to print this character. So that's why we are printing here in the last. So let us write the code. Let me zoom this one. Now here the very first thing is we have to take one input variable. So suppose s equal to input, and the next thing is we have to take one count variable. So let us take count and initialize by 1. So we have taken this string and one count variable. Now let us iterate in the for loop for I in range 1 to length of s. Now we will check character by character. So here we will check if my s of I equal to the previous character s of I minus 1. If it is equal, then we will simply update our count by 1. Otherwise we have to print the value. Otherwise in else part we will simply print the value. And while printing the value, they are saying that we have to first print the count. We have to print the count and we have to print the character. So character is our s of I minus 1. Now we are done. For printing this character, if you see here, they are passing the string, and if you iterate one by one we will get character, but here they have printed the value in int format. So let us convert this character into int format. Now, and they are also using bracket to print. So let us use one bracket, extra bracket, to print the value. And also if you see, they are printing in the same line with one space. So what we will do, we will take one end separator, end equal to space. So we are done with the else statement. So after printing the value, we will initialize our count by 1. So count equal to 1. So we are done with the code. So this loop will execute from index 1 to the last character, and whenever the consecutive characters are equal, we are simply increasing our count, and whenever they are not equal, it will simply print the count and the character value over here. Now we are done. Now suppose we reaches the end of the character. Suppose we reaches the end of the character and we have checked the previous value. Suppose here I am at index 6 and I am checking the previous value. If both are equal, it will simply increase this count and go for the next check. So whenever it's going for the next check, it will terminate here, cause the loop ends. It is only iterating till the length of the s. Now here the length end here. Now we are out of the loop. Now to print this character and its total count, we have to use one extra print statement. So for that, let us use one extra print statement. So let us copy and paste here, and we have to print the last character. So last character index will be -1, and we don't have to print the space for the last value. So we are done. Let us run this code. So it's working fine. Let us submit this code. So congratulations, we are done with all the hidden test cases. So in this video we have solved this problem with the help of simple for loop and if else statement and one counter. So in the next session we will try to solve with the help of inbuilt group by function. So hope you understood this problem. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel Coding Cart and stay tuned for the next videos.